Yeah, weather alert day, you can see that energy with this south swell and producing in some spots waves over 10 feet. So that's the normally bigger spots. Not everyone will see waves 10 to 14, but it is possible in some of those bigger locations. And when you get images like this here on the South Shore, this looks almost like maybe the North Shore, but yeah, this is the South Shore. So this is an indication of some very large waves. And you know what? Our biggest swell so far of the summer season. So we're looking at some pretty big waves out there. We're going to be continuing to look at 10 to 14, almost up to warning level, but right now advisory level for those South Shores on this weather alert day. Not only because we got some surf, but even more so, we got dry conditions. We do have those red flag warnings that we're going to talk about in a moment. But right now, that surf is the what we're looking at, and we're looking at south-facing shores, quite large again tomorrow. So this includes also some west-facing shores. So just kind of a heads up. Basically, if you got any southerly exposure, and that includes the west side of Oahu, you are under a high surf advisory. You get those highlighted spots there in the pink. Also, small craft advisories for boaters. How big will the waves be? 10 to 14 on South Shore again tomorrow, 7 to 10 for west. So these are the spots we want to be extra careful. If we're not experienced, let's stay out of the water. Even if we are experienced, take some extreme caution if you're entering into the water. 4 to 6 for east, flat to 2 north is really where you want to go. If you want to be safe, that's where we're going to have the smallest waves. We'll take you out to the South Shore right now, and this weather alert day, and the reason for that is we have very dry air combining with gusty winds. So right now sustained winds at 18, but we've had gusts well over 30, and our humidity slowly going up right now, but it's going to come back down tomorrow, and we're going to see again those red flag warning conditions. So we see the lowest humidity, the highest fire risk, generally speaking, from the late morning through the afternoon. That's when our humidity levels are the lowest. Right now, red flag warnings indicating an elevated fire risk for leeward spots across the islands. All those spots located here in the pink, and that's going to be in effect until 6 p.m. tomorrow. So we want to go ahead and take a look at the radar. We also put our drought index numbers, so we wanted to see what spots are under drought situations. And you can see the Waianae coastline here on Oahu under a drought situation all the way out to parts of parts of Kapolei there. As we head over towards Maui County, much of Maui County under some form of at least moderate to severe drought. Same story for the Big Island. So the drought conditions are the worst the further east you go. That's where we actually have the worst winds as well. Wind advisories continue for parts of Maui County and the Big Island, mainly around and just downslope of terrain. That's where we can see gusts potentially up to 50 miles per hour. So you combine those dry conditions with the windy weather. That's why we have that red flag warning in effect. This is Kauai, not much rain out there, and you can see the south and leeward spots under a drought situation there. Take you out to the Hurricane Tracking Center, because this time of year, when we get rainfall, we generally get it from tropical systems. Well, we've got one that's going to be moving off to our west. We're shifting our attention to Gil now. Tropical storm Gil has winds of 60 miles per hour. It's west-northwest motions at 16. Looks like it's heading for us. However, it's going to gain enough latitude that we expect it to fall apart before it gets here. You can see by Tuesday losing its tropical characteristics as it hits cooler waters just to the east of Hawaii. So you need water temperatures. Generally speaking, you want water temperatures 79, maybe even up to 80 degrees. Right now, water temperatures in the middle 70s. That should weaken this system, but it could bring us extra moisture. There it is on our computer model, falling apart, but by Thursday into Friday, some of that moisture could make it here, and that could help out our drought situation in some spots. We'll see. We're not expecting major rainfall, but it is going to be something we'll be watching for the end of next week. That's Thursday into Friday. For now, though, weather alert days again in effect for Friday. Red flag warning. Want to be extra cautious with burning. In fact, let's just not do any burning. Extra cautious with open flames, of course.